everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my full review of the red edition of the Google Nexus 5. So I've used this red edition of the Nexus 5 for around about 2 weeks now, and over those 2 weeks I've been very impressed. One of the highlight features is obviously this very striking red colour. Now Google have not gone for like a cherry red on this, it's more like a neon orange red. Very hard to describe, but when you see it in real life you'll be very surprised at just how bright it is. And I really like the way they've wrapped the red colour around the edges of the device, and when you look at it sort of front on, it frames the screen really nicely. One of the other nice features on the Nexus 5 is that it's got wireless charging capability built in, and I've got it sitting here on my desk stand. This is a TYLT Vu wireless charger. Happens to be red as well, very nice colour match, and what it means is you can actually just pick your phone up and you know that you've got it fully charged and ready to go when you walk out the door. Now, whilst we're on the subject of charging and battery life, I will just touch very briefly on the battery life of the Nexus 5. During my 2 weeks of testing, I found that I've easily got through a full day on a single charge. A little bit of extra information for you, and by no means part of the main review of the Nexus 5, is to do with the official case. Now you can see here I've got the black case on my Nexus 5, and if you look around the front, just along this bottom edge, just here, you can see it doesn't quite fit very nicely. You can see a little bit of red showing through along the bottom edge and no red of the frame showing through around the other sides. It's just a little bit of a shame that this didn't fit perfectly. The performance of the Nexus 5 really won't disappoint. If you're interested in actual specifics, the Geekbench 2 score is 3,953. But how that equates into sort of real world use? Well, if you're flicking between screens, looking at your apps, maybe looking at what's pre-installed, of which there is plenty, and running applications as well, you will not be disappointed with the overall performance. I don't see hardly any lag when transitioning between screens and running applications. Media playback with the likes of YouTube videos is equally as good. This screen has got some really nice viewing angles, and the sound very good as well. Now, early reviews of the Nexus 5, some people complained that the speakers didn't go that loud, but I found there to be no issues at all with this. Now, I did hear that Google did actually make some revisions to the Nexus 5, and I certainly do think they have improved the audio a great deal. As I say, I had no issues at all with audio, and it goes plenty loud enough. Now let's not forget, this is a smart phone, so it is designed for making and taking calls, and call quality is very good indeed. The little tiny microphone on the base produces good call quality for the outgoing audio, and then we've got this little tiny speaker or earpiece also accented in the nice red colour, and that produces a really clear and very good quality sound. Now if you know me, you will know I love my photography. And the camera on the Nexus 5 is a little bit of a mixed bag. The actual quality of the photos it produces are more than acceptable. It's not the highest resolution compared to competitors' smartphones, but it does a really good job. The only thing I didn't really like is how you access the settings, and you do this by tapping and holding, and then the settings appear on the screen, and then you can slide up to actually adjust whichever setting you want. But I found it very fiddly to actually select the correct one every time, and it didn't always appear as I wanted it to. With regards to video quality, the 1080p video is perfectly acceptable. So to conclude my review, I thought it would be really nice to show you some of the other features of the Nexus 5 and also some of the applications that I use on this particular device. Now first of all, we've got a notification bar that you can pull down from the top, and this just gives you updates on what's been happening. And then we've also got access to Google Now, so we can say, "Okay Google, what's the weather like in London?" And there you go, it goes onto the internet and it searches for your answer and also gives you that sort of vocal feedback as well. Now, some of the applications I've got installed are things like 1Password for storing all of my passwords. We've also got Google Authenticator and Dropbox, which is a really good application because when used in conjunction with the camera on the smartphone, it automatically uploads photos and videos that I take on the device. And then I've got the likes of the Play Store, which comes pre-installed, Flipboard, Facebook, Instagram, which I use a lot, and of course the YouTube application. We've got a couple of business apps here, one for my bank and one is called Evernote for taking notes. And then of course you've got the whole suite of Google apps. Now I mentioned the Play Store, and in my early days of reviewing Google Android devices, I always said that the Google Android Play Store was lacking behind the iOS App Store. It's no longer the case. All of the apps that you need to get access to are available on this device. So what are my final thoughts on the Nexus 5? Well, I think it's a very, very well made device. It's very, very nice to hold in the hand. Very, very well made, great build quality. It's available in white, red or black. I absolutely love the striking red colour. Very, very fetching colour and just a pleasure to use. So this is the Google Nexus 5. If you're looking for a really good smartphone with great specifications and a really keen price point, then it's well worth checking out. So thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed my review, please do hit that like button and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see another video of mine, please do click the annotation on the top of your screen now. And also you can click the annotation on the bottom of your screen and subscribe to the Geekanoids channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next time.